I guess it's time for another update video. We're getting into the beginning of September. This is September 1st, Monday, 2025. And I'm showing off my new car lift I got in here. I had to put a hole in the roof to get it in. We got it temporarily covered up over the hole, but not sure how the permanent situation is going to be. Got to build some kind of a doghouse to put over the roof there. Right now this will do good, but if we get like 60-mile-an-hour storm or something like that, that might come apart up there. I don't know. Put that engine that I'm saving, that 6.0 Ford diesel. Bought this Pittsburgh engine stand to put it on. As this motor sits with all the stuff off the top of it, and there's probably 100 pounds worth of stuff that goes on top of it. Right now I had a scale on it when it was hanging on the hoist, and it was 912 pounds as it is right now, with all that, about roughly 100 pounds worth of stuff on top, turbo and intakes and a number of things that goes up there. The the high pressure oil pump is not in it. That's pulled out and set aside. So anyway, that's where we are in here. This thing is mounted to the concrete, but the footprint on it's kind of small. I'm probably going to put a brace behind the back here, bolt it on, and down here to the floor, and put, a plate of 1/2-inch steel under it and anchor that down. Put one on each side somewhere. Just a thought I might do. But to get this thing as wide as I wanted it without the hydraulics and the cables running across the floor, it had to be that tall too, which was, I didn't want it that tall, but it is. I just needed it wide so I can, squeeze a big truck in here when I have to work on those. The fishing boat hasn't been out for probably 5 years, and so my helper's here. We cleaned this thing up, washed it out, the inside, working on cleaning up the motor area, trying to get the gas tank cleaned out. Could not get it cleaned out. We just kept running gas through there and sucking it back out and filtering it through a rag into a bucket, and just kept getting dirt over and over again. So we pulled the tank out so that we can get all the way down to the corner. Actually, didn't have to do that. It was open enough on top where the gas hose, where the gas you fill it up at, that we were able to pour it out through there without it getting hung up inside. But it's a big job getting that out. And now we are cleaning up the inside. Bilge area is pretty nasty, but we're getting that all cleaned up. And got to pull this panel off and spray these switches because they're kind of intermittently working. So I got to take this off. And I had a big bag over the top of all this, but it's still got to spray those switches with WD-40 and work them back and forth a whole bunch and get them working again. I don't know if I should even use these tires here. They're not wore out, but they're old. They're about 15 years old. They might need to be replaced. So what else is going on here? Rusty well water from the well. Had to change the water in the pond again, and this time we drained it down, way down, real low, and got the catfish out of there, as many as I could find. There wasn't very many because I got them out before, but there was one probably 15-20 pounds, another one about 8 or 10 pounds, and then a little small one about half a pound. And problem with those big catfish being in here They don't eat the feed I throw in there. They just eat the bluegill, and then the bluegill don't grow up big enough for me to eat any of them, because as soon as they're big enough for the catfish to find them, they're gone. So not going to do catfish anymore. But this water is yellow right now because it's rusty. We just filled it up yesterday. That rust will settle to the bottom. Then it'll be relatively clear for a little while till the algae takes over again. I traded a front bumper off of that parts truck for this pickup bed that's repairable. Where I bought it from or traded it from, they damaged the front end of it moving it with a tractor, but I don't know if I'll either fix that or just cut that off and put another one on, because I got the one for the parts truck. It's over here. The front end of that's good. A little bit of a job taking it off because you got a lot of spot welds to take off and then plug weld them back in. Or the pickup truck that I was going to put this on, that bed's rotted out pretty bad, but it's got the front end on it still pretty good, I think. I don't remember if I put this in my last video or not, but here's where the parts truck ended up. Somebody wanted these vents out of the back to put on an older model truck that had vents that leak real bad. And so, because it had a different design on this 04 model, so we just cut that out with a plasma, and he just glued them in with silicone. Sent me pictures of it. He says it worked out real good. So I got parts scattered around here, the frame, doors, transmissions under that tarp over there. All this stuff's on Facebook for sale. Somebody purchased this corner off of it. They came out with a Sawzall and I don't know what all they brought, but they cut this section off. They needed it to patch up a corner on a pickup truck he's got. My dump trailer, new. Well, I think it's new. It's about 4 years old, 5 years old maybe. Don't use it very much, just once in a while, but the cylinder has blown out already. It's a 3-stage cylinder, and it's in the hydraulic shop getting redone. Well, I think that is about all for this month's catch-up video. So thank you all for watching, and see you on the next either repair video or next update.